Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to Belmont Spiritual Guidance. Okay, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. These are timeless readings, so if you're coming across this monthly stage years from now, it's when you're supposed to. Okay, it's when you're meant to. All right, so let's just get into it. What's the message? So something could be going in your favor here. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Sagittarius / Piscean energy. Somebody could have been trying to stop this with the Queen of Swords here. For some of you guys, like, could have tried to stop karma from taking place. And the only energy that would be trying to stop karma from taking place is if somebody planted a whole lot of bad seeds. Like, no, we're not perfect. But at the same time, yeah, see, hold on. That would start as soon as I start reading this message. Okay, somebody don't want you to hear this. It's like somebody's trying to stop fated events from occurring. Okay, so you know this is for my people who have tried to steal other people's destinies. This is for my people who try to energy harvest wrongfully off of other people. This is for the people who try to steal from other people's bloodlines for the sake of their own benefit. Okay? Yeah, and that's how we're not. So I'm going to repeat myself. These are for the ones that tried to steal divine inheritances. These are for the people who tried to energy harvest wrongfully. These are for the people who tried to swap destinies. Okay? It's time. These are the people who tried to swap destinies. It's time. Okay? You see, they've been trying to stop destined and fated events from occurring so that they don't get judged. Or this is you. Flip the energies as you see fit. Put yourself on the side of the story as you see fit. Okay? Yep. And that's the truth. That's the truth. That's the motherfucking truth. Okay? Ace of Swords here. Now, somebody may also need to come and bring you some truth. Yeah, look at that. So whoever tried to swap destinies with you, whoever tried to energy harvest off you, whoever tried to steal from you in any way, shape, or form, tried to put black magic on you, tried to get your family, tried to backstab you, whoever did whatever. It's like, in order for them to be karmically freed, and, you know, there's good karma and bad karma, y'all. We've all been in karmic energy, okay? Well, then for the sake of this message, right, this is a person who planted bad seeds, okay? So they're on the negative side of karma. Or you are. Flip the energies as you see fit. Put yourself on the side of the story as you see fit. So this is somebody, oh, I'm sorry I put black magic on you. I'm sorry I put black magic on you. I'm sorry I cheated on you. I'm sorry I stole from you. I'm sorry I was married and lied to you. I'm sorry I had sex with your friend. I'm sorry I committed fraud and used your social security number. I'm sorry I wrecked your marriage. No, they're not. No, they're not. Okay, this is somebody, they have to come clean to you with whatever they did, or you have to come clean to somebody. Okay. Otherwise, it's like, not only will they and or you have to serve, not only will they or you have to serve the bad karma that they already collected or was already collected, they will have to serve it continuously. So let's say, guys, like, okay, you got to serve this karma. You got to do a 10-year cycle of this karma because of what you did. Or you got to do a whole lifetime work because of what you did. Okay, it depends on what God say. God will extend, let's say that God say, okay, you got to do a 10-year cycle. God will add 5 to 10 more years if somebody don't come clean, or will keep adding on as long as somebody don't come clean. And they can't come clean for the sake of saving themselves. They have to come clean because they genuinely feel remorseful and want to not just apologize to you, but make things right with God. This a karma reading. Okay? If I ever seen one, this a karma reading. Yeah, just from same people to keep trying to do sneak attacks, keep trying to put the blindfolds over your eyes, keep trying to trick you, okay? Keep trying to contact trickster spirits and shit like that to try to put all different type of conflicts in your life and stuff like that, send negative energy to you, call on different deities and so on and so forth, and try to send them to you to try to wreak havoc on behalf of them and what they want, as if they're the creator of your life when they ain't the creator of shit. Okay, God run this, not humans, not the devil. Okay, that's a side message. So, Knight of Cups in reverse, not King of Wands. Yeah, opposite. So remember we saw this Knight of Cups upright. Yeah, it's in reverse. This is somebody, they don't mean it. They don't mean it. They only saying what they got to say to get back in your good graces for majority of you, okay? Now, always make sure you take these messages back to God, because remember, this is for collective. Some may resonate for you. Other parts may not, okay? Take what resonates, leave the rest behind, okay? And now this dog is barking in the background. I'm telling you, there's something about this message that, of course, the devil don't want you to get here, understand? But look, somebody was trying to get the wheel to turn in their fortune, regardless of what God already did in your life and theirs. And God is showing them that they don't run shit. God does, okay? God said, I ordain people's lives over here, okay? God ordains people's lives, not humans. Okay, yeah, trying to cause all this wreaking havoc. So if you was going through a lot of conflict in your life, you're about to be moving into smoother waters, okay? The timeline is going to differ for all of you guys if it hasn't happened already, because remember, this could be past, present, or future information for you. Yeah, look at that. It's like somebody's mad because you rejected them, or they feel rejected. But this was made by God, okay? Yeah, it's like somebody's mad they can't take you out because you're protected by God. Yeah, see, somebody tried all they had, all the tricks and all the tricks of the trade and wickedness and evilness they tried to throw your way. Okay, whether at your job, in your family, in your relationship. It's like the devil tried to take you out using multiple people in your life. Okay, but God said, that's mine, and I would like to keep them. Thank you very much. Sit down and have several seats. So for a lot of you guys, you've been waiting on the truth. You've been waiting on a celebration here. You've been waiting for your ships to come in, right? For your harvest. For a lot of you guys. For some of you guys, you're already in your harvest, okay? For some of you guys, you're waiting. You're in a waiting period. And I did receive a download when I was in the shower this morning. Not this morning, last night. When I was in the shower last night. So, and it wasn't just for me. It was for everybody that is on the better side. That basically works for God. For those that you work for God, okay. So, if God allowed you at any point of your life, okay, and we have been going through heavy spiritual warfare, so even if you're going through a little bit right now, God was basically like, I'm raising y'all to lead my people, right? And we all know that God gave us different missions and assignments and so on and so forth, okay? And even if you were chosen one, right? That don't make us better than anybody. That's just the type of mission and stuff that we have, okay? So it's just like, God, like, okay, you supposed to lead my people. I got to trust you to lead my people. I got to trust you to help them, and not just help them, like, and basically God was like, leading my people, I may need you to lead somebody out the dark that's going through poverty. I may need you to lead somebody out the dark that's going through any type of abuse, whether that's sexual, physical, mental, emotional, verbal. I'm going to need you to lead my people out of underserved populations. I need you to lead my people out of slavery, i.e. modern day slavery is 9-to-5 jobs. Let's call it what it is, right? God doesn't want us to have to work for our most basic necessities. God wants us to be cheerful givers, right? And put in our fair share when it comes to different things of our talents and gifts that he gave us. Not to work for the devil. right? This is not bashing 9-to-5s. The devil ain't running everything, okay? All right. This is more so of talking about generational wealth, so our time can be spent doing what we love to do, that God ordained for us to do, and not what somebody else wants us to do. That's not what God has for us, okay? So basically, God is saying he allowed you at whatever time in your life, or especially if you're going through it now, God was like, I allowed you to go through that, or go through something similar, so that you know how to basically get my babies out the trenches. So you know how to, and okay, another disclosure, I am a soul retrieval. I learned that not too long ago, but I also learned how the person retrieves the soul. You have to go down in fucking hell to get the shit. You have to get the shit. And the depths of what it takes to bring that soul, it's almost like you do kind of have to go through a level of poverty. You do got to go through a level of abuse. You do got to go through, you in hell, they in hell. And for some of you guys, you have the gift of soul retrieval, and God like, look, I need you to go to hell and bring back as many souls as you can. Okay? And so that may look like you doing ministry and different type of things, right? Using your gifts in whatever way, shape, or form, fashion to do that. So it's like, it's not that you deserve poverty or this or that and the third. It's almost like you in a class, and it's annoying, right? But you're not going to be there forever. It's so that you know exactly what to do, in a sense, to lead people through the dark, to lead people through the most toughest, roughest of times. Okay, so you can bring them out, because sometimes bringing a soul out means you bringing a bloodline out, because that soul can represent whatever bloodline that is, right? So for a lot of you guys, if you're listening to this, for a lot of you guys, you didn't choose Lucy Lou, and his little Lou's, okay? You walking with God. You are a soldier of God, and this is how you've been being prepared. God allowed you to go through the circumstances of the people that he's going to be allowing you to lead. So you know how to bring them out of the darkness. You know how to walk. It's like getting you so familiar with the dark to the point where you know it like the back of your hand, to the point where you know the ins and outs, to the point where, yeah, the demon, I mean, you in the dark, you in hell, you with the demons, you with the evil spirits, you with, right? So you leading somebody dealing with negative energies. You know how to lead people around that, right? If you got Lucifer in your ear, let me say that. I get clearings, right? So in this most recent clearing of mine, my practitioner cleared these negative thoughts, these entities that was influencing. So it's like, you can have negative thoughts, but then the thoughts that be influenced, right? So if y'all ever seen The Passion of the Christ, I'm going to always go and refer to that movie, okay? And I'm going to always refer to this one little part, because I love this little part, right? When the character who played Lucifer was talking to Jesus and saying all these negative things. Surely you one man can't save humanity. Surely okay? I mean, influencing these negative thoughts, like putting it, right? So if you can take that scene and that concept, right? I had a whole lot of entities, and I know my spirit team told me, that was like, some of those thoughts is not your thoughts. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I know. Well, I had to put up with, God allowed it, right? So I'm here to say God is still good, and he allowed me to have those negative thoughts that was being, not just your regular negative thoughts. These entity influenced negative thoughts, okay? These devil influenced negative thoughts, okay? Okay? And I mean, I mean, man, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, I've been having negative thoughts since a youngins, and I mean, I just been pushing on through. So I just kept pushing on through. But that's just a tactic that, you know, the enemy be trying to use. So for some of you guys, if you've been having unusual, like, nobody's thoughts is perfect. But if you know you've been having unusual, and don't get me wrong, I'm a Capricorn, so my thoughts can get dark. But this was darker than dark. This was pitch black. Okay. So basically I had to get them cleared. All right. You know, she had to remove, and they graciously left several imprints. Being funny, I'm a life path 7. Okay, and I love the number 7. And so, you know, had to get that shit cleared. So that, you know, that energy is not just being so heavy and trying to, you know, imprint the shit and making me believe the shit. So trying to make me believe the shit, right? So yeah, for some of you guys, you had some people that was trying to influence, you know, sending that negative energy. It wasn't just you, right? So, you know, and going back to what we were talking about, other people that may not have the tools just yet, right? God sends you in these people's lives to help them, you know. So when the enemy is blah, 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 trying to get you to stop, you can teach them, you know, to say, fuck you, nigga, you know, to the devil, you know, or fuck you, you ain't shit, right? Okay, when the devil is trying to tell you things that goes against what God promised you, right? Because I'm gonna be honest. Listen, I don't want to give up several times. Okay, several times, right? But God allowed it because the people that we're gonna be leading is gonna want to give up several times, and we gotta know how to, you know, get them up off, right? Like, for example, I'm a healer who also needs healers, okay? And I felt extremely betrayed recently by God and my spiritual team. Why? Because I had another clearing. And this clearing revealed that my third eye was like 40% of it was like blocked, and it was an entity there, and it was like layers on layers on layers. And I just felt so hurt because, one, why did anybody tell me? And this is the work that I do, and I am a seer. And how can a person be a seer and they only seeing 60%? You know, and then there was like, you know, well, if this was time, it was time for you, you know, you couldn't know then, it was time for you to know now, right? And okay, I get the whole divine timing thing. It was just a simple fact that, why wouldn't you tell me? Why wouldn't you let me know? I'm constantly getting attacked, and I'm doing this type of work for people, and I take healing very seriously. I'm like, I don't want to misguide or mislead anyone. Oh my gosh, how many people did I misguide? And it was a whole thing. It was a whole breakdown. It was a whole thing. Because it was just like, why didn't you tell me? I was hurt. Okay. But then I have a metaphysical buddy, right? You know, man. And so then she was talking me off a ledge, okay? Because I'm going to tell you, I felt so hurt and betrayed. I just wanted to give it all up. I was like, screw being a healer. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to mislead anybody. Like, why wouldn't they tell me that? Why wouldn't they tell? You know, I'm just going to have to pick a different profession. Maybe this is just not for me. It was a whole thing. I was on Indeed and everything. I'm telling you, okay? I was like, well, maybe I can go into tech. Well, maybe I'm a little tech savvy. I'm telling you, it was a whole thing. I felt hurt. I felt betrayed because I just felt like out of all the clearance I have been getting, why wouldn't you say something? Why wait till now and for so long? You know? Then my metaphysical buddy was just like, no. And, and then her team was like, no, you haven't misguided. They would never let you misguide, even unintentionally. And then once they said that, I was like, oh, well, as long as I ain't misleading or misguiding anybody, okay, I'm good, great grand. And then I continued. So she helped me. She talked me off a motherfucking ledge. Okay? Because I'm telling you, I want to jump ship. Like, nope. Maybe this not. I feel hurt. I feel betrayed. I should have known. I feel like none of the bitch should have been blocked. I feel, and all the things. And don't get me wrong. I'm entitled and I validate myself. I can feel how I want to feel. Okay? So, moral of the story. Don't give up. Okay? And 2, it's always good to have a friend that is connected to God, like the real God, not the ones that pretend to be. Okay, right? So, we can also be talked off ledges because healers need healers too. This shit, the divine be having these expectations of us and stuff like that, So, just to let y'all know, healers need healers too. Helpers need helpers too. Okay? We all got issues and problems. And we ain't never got anywhere good by ignoring them. So I say that to say, God allowed you to go through, and even me, right? Because I'm sitting there like, I'm telling these people to have trust and faith in God, and I'm over here baffled. And then, my metaphysical buddy was like, yeah, right, that's you a beacon. You got this your part of your testimony. You really was being led. I'm like, yeah, but I still feel hurt. So this is also to say that, yeah, you're going to get mad at God. You're going to be pissed with your team sometimes. Yeah. And you still got to keep going. Okay? So, God allowed you to go through some of these things so that, you can help others. Right? Especially you being specifically for my leaders in this war. Oh my gosh. Okay? It's like God putting you in different scenarios. Okay, let's see how, like training. Let's see you navigate poverty with an ailment. Let's see you navigate this with that. Let me see you navigate this, and this with this. Because the people I'm going to be having you leading, they went through this, and went through that, and going through this, and going through that. Child. So, some people may think that they not on the right path because they going through something. They going through it, baby. Sometimes you exactly where you need to be, even when you going through it, because God is training you. Child. Look at final messages. Oh my gosh. CC. Look at this. Divine timing. This are forbidden words. It's an inside of y'all. I know she watched my readings. It's an inside of y'all. Okay, because when it comes to divine timing, God do what he wants to do. He wants to do it, okay? And I'm saying he because you can say non-binary, she, whatever your pleasure, okay? Trust in the unfolding of divine timing. And see, sometimes people don't want to wait on divine timing because they waiting in unfavorable circumstances. And who wants to wait? Especially if you don't mind waiting in unfavorable circumstances. And see what just dropped to me again. He was like, well, you're going to be leading people who's been waiting for a long time too. So, each moment is meticulously aligned, bringing opportunities and lessons when you are most prepared to embrace them. Patience and faith in this process will guide you to realize your highest potential at the perfect moment. So remember what I was telling y'all about the getting my third eye cleared, right? But it should have never been blocked to begin with. It was the fact, right? It was the fact that it was blocked and I wasn't informed out of all the clearance I had been getting. Like, they didn't tell my practitioner or nothing, me, nothing. They waited until that very moment, and I just felt hurt. Because of the work that I do, I take it seriously. And I never want to purposely and unintentionally misguide anybody. However, I get their point too. So divine timing, okay? So everything, the whys, the wins, it's all about divine timing. And yes, it might piss you off. And you are entitled to feel how you feel. But just know that God still keeps promises. It's just sometimes can be a pain on waiting. Yeah. So now you know, sometimes you're going to get mad. Sometimes you're going to get sad. Sometimes you're going to be happy and annoyed. God's still good through it all. Crap. Oh, David's key. I ain't showed this. So I will place on his shoulder the key to the house of David. What he opens, no one can shut, and what he shuts, no one can open. Okay, so this was to prepare you to not just have any key, the key. Okay, that only certain energies God is gonna trust this with, right? So if it appeared like your enemies was living off you, or whatever it may have appeared, God allowed that because they're gonna have to pay this back with either their life, what they did to you behind closed doors. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, look, here we go. Burden bearer. This is gonna be them. Basically, what the Holy Spirit is saying, whatever God temporarily allowed them to appear to have a lavish life or whatever the case may be, God allowed that. One, to see what the person or people was going to do. Two, to collect karma, right? Because what we put out, we get back. And three, like the more shit that they did, the more of their karma, okay? And then three is like, depending upon what they did, they will almost never get to, I won't say never, they won't get to experience that level of luxury, whatever they experience from stealing from you, so maybe a few lifetimes down the line. Especially if they didn't make it right to you. So it's like, or if you didn't make it right to somebody, listen. Thou prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Okay? Psalm 23:5. Right? And the David's key is Isaiah 22:22. Sorry, I'm not good with saying the verses. Yeah. So this is God preparing a table in front of your enemies so that they can watch you feast and eat and stuff your face and be greedy because you earned it and you deserved it. All right. This is people that was trying to live off of stuff that they didn't earn. Trying to cut corners and so on and so forth, God said no. But let's see what you gonna do. Yeah, and then they're gonna be grieving. Oh, I shouldn't have. And I no, because you wanted to do everything you did. God allowed you to do, because he wanted to see everything that you was gonna willingly and wanted to do. And now that you done got caught, and now that you gotta face your consequences, don't start crying now. And if you cry me a river. Go on and just cry me a river. All right, y'all. That's what I got for you. If you want to book a personal reading, you can feel free to do so via the website link that's linked in the description box, DonJuanSpiritualGuidance.com. Okay, it's the only way to book a personal reading with us at this time. Thank you all for your love and support here. It's truly, truly appreciated. And always remember, you make your own decisions. Peace out, deuces.